Hello everybody, I have a story to tell you today. This story, it happened this morning, and I'm coming to work. I'm cruising along the highway, I'm in the fast lane, and I'm doing, I don't know, 95 maybe 100 in the 90 zone. But I'm passing people, you know, I'm kind of doing my own thing. And I look in my mirror, bing, and I see this light coming up on me. Somebody's coming up fast on me. And I can't remember why, but I didn't pull over. Like, I didn't get into the slow lane. And maybe there was somebody there, I can't remember. But I was also, I must say, I was in cruise mode. So left hand on my thigh here, just cruising down the highway. Anyways, the lights come right up on me. Like, he was behind me. He's probably maybe 20 feet, 25 feet behind me, which sounds like quite a ways, but when you're doing 100K, and considering I can stop way faster than he can, he was on my bottom. Remember this little roundabout here. See this silver car? That's where I was going this morning, and I'll refer to you to that silver car in a minute. There must have been a vehicle in the right lane because he couldn't pass me, and when we got past that vehicle, he just went past me, and on the bumper was a sticker that had budget rent-a-car. So I knew this guy was most likely going to the airport. Anyways, I kind of ghosted behind him a little bit, and the traffic up ahead is kind of like this traffic, where you have cars spaced from one to the other, just enough room to get between them if you're on a motorcycle. And this guy is going through traffic like he's weaving, and every time he goes into the next lane, like say he's going to cut in front of this gray car here, he'd be so close that the gray car would like get on the brakes. And so all the way down, you'd see all these cars, brake lights going on, because he's just weaving in and out of them. I was just like, oh, well, let's see what happens with this guy. So I kind of stayed with him, but back a bit. Got down the highway here where the turnoff goes to the airport. And so I'm like, haha, I have him now. Because there's no way this little car is going to go burning around that double roundabout very quickly. And also I must say it was like -1 this morning, and so the potential for the roads to be a little slick, there is potential. They're actually wet. I think they had the salt on them pretty early. So anyways, we head off the highway, we get down into the off-ramp area, and it splits to 2 lanes, and I pass a couple cars, and he's starting to go around the roundabout, and then I'm following. And as we go over the overpass, I kind of get on it. We're heading into the second roundabout, and I've caught up to him. I'm on the outside of the outside lane, and he's on the inside lane, and he's behind another car. And so I'm in the right lane, and I'm passing, and as I come up, he just goes boom and comes right into my lane. I'm like, whoa. Now keep in mind, everyone, I wasn't angry. In fact, I was kind of enjoying it. It was kind of like, you know how as a guy, sometimes you have that sort of instinct deep inside your mind, and it's sort of like that wild animal instinct. You know how they say with cougars or other animals, like, whatever you do, don't run. Because when you run, it triggers the chase mechanism in them, and they're like, gotta get that thing. Well, that's sort of what was going on this morning. I just had to catch up to this guy. And I was kind of hoping that he would wreck, because it would make for a good video. But of course not get hurt, just wreck his car. So anyways, yeah, even after he cut me off, I was kind of like, yeah, whatever, let's see what happens, because I know I can take this guy. So he cuts me off, and we head through the last part of the roundabout, and then the 2 lanes go to 1 lane. So we're clipping along. I know there's another roundabout coming up, and this is my chance. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm gonna take him in this last roundabout. It's a very small roundabout too, and he's coming in pretty hot. It's a 50K road, and he's probably doing 80 or 90, and that means I was sort of doing 80 or 90. Sorry, officer. Oh, I'm gonna get some bad comments on this one. You shouldn't be doing that. I know. But it just felt right at the time. So we come, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. He hits the roundabout, and I'm on him close enough, like I'm up pretty close on him, not dangerous close, but I'm within striking distance, all right? So he hits the roundabout, boom, he goes around, and that's back where that silver vehicle was that I was telling you to remember. So he goes around the roundabout, and as he goes right, I just keep on going straight. And I hop the curb, and over the curb, and at the halfway point, we're kind of like neck and neck, I believe. And then off the curb I go, and I'm in front. And it was a clean pass. Now, I'm pretty sure it's not what they had in mind when they made that center part of the roundabout mountable. But I don't know. I mean, okay, it wasn't right. Yeah, I fully admit that my actions in this video were not appropriate, and if I had to go back and do it again, I probably would not do the same thing. I would just kind of get a grip on my chase instinct there. Anyways, story's not over yet, kids. No. It's getting to the more dramatic part. And so now we're going down the road, and as soon as I get in front of him, I go from like I don't know what I was doing when I went over that bump, 70K. I go from 70K, boom, 50K, left hand on thigh, cruising mode. Just to see if I could get a kind of a rise out of him. And yeah, I drove along, and I could see the lights, like he was right, he was on my butt. And as we're going along, all of a sudden, in my right mirror over here, I see his headlights heading to my right, and he's gonna try passing me on the right. So I do a quick little vroom, get over there and block him like NASCAR style. I know. And I shut him down. And you know what? I can see the airport. The airport's there, and the off ramp is there. So he's really close to the airport. And he's probably just, maybe he's really late for a flight. I don't know. But off he went. He came to the off ramp, and boom, in he went, and I just kept driving on. It was kind of fun. It was fun, actually. So this is going to be part of my New Year's resolution. And actually, I'm doing quite good with my New Year's resolution at this point, but I'm making another one. So my first New Year resolution was, and I kind of decided this back in November, that I wasn't going to let other drivers get me all riled up and get me all like, what are you doing? Rah! I was just going to have fun with it. So that's kind of what I did today. But I'm going to make a new New Year's resolution, which is I'm not going to do stuff like this anymore. I'm gonna try to keep a lid on it, unless it's like, no, I'm not even gonna put it on a list. I'm gonna do my best not to do this stuff anymore. So if you're watching this and you happen to be, I don't know, a constable of the law, just know that I am a trained professional. Yellow light, gotta go. Trained professional, and I'm not really. But yeah, I know. As I'm thinking about this, I realize I shouldn't have done it. So please forgive me. And I've learned my lesson, and I'm not going to do it anymore. So that's the lesson I'm taking with me from this. But it was really funny though when I made that pass. You got to admit it. Even if you're a cop and you're watching this, you got to be like, yeah, that was pretty cool. You know. And as a cop, if you're a cop and you're watching this, you got to admit something, right? And I'm speaking from experience here because I've heard this firsthand. When you get a group of cops together, and especially if they start getting maybe a couple drinks in them and they start getting relaxed, and if they're comfortable with the person, like say myself in the room, they'll start talking about stories, and those stories may include stories of things that may perhaps be a little bit over the bounds of what's legal and what's not. You know, like when it comes to like driving, things like that. Some cops tend to have a heavier foot for certain situations. I'm just saying, and if you're a cop, you can't deny it, because you know there's cops out there that don't drive like they ought to. All right, well, that's my story for today. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Look, there's snow on the ground. There was a little sprinkle last night, and it's getting a little chilly. So pretty soon we should get a dump. And update, I ordered my GoPro Hero 3 last night. They finally got some back into a Future Shop, so that should be arriving next week, and we can get some footage. I got some pretty cool ideas that are waiting to be done with the old Hero 3. All right, everybody, thank you. Thank you for your time. And all you new subscribers, all of you guys, I just want to give you all like a high five. Some of you maybe want a little handshake. Maybe some of you want a little, you know, a little kind of like a little hug. I don't know. Maybe the ladies, because I'd feel uncomfortable with the guys. But thanks for coming along. Thanks for subbing my channel. Appreciate your comments you put down below. I try to read them all. I really do, and I try to comment on as many as I can. So thanks for riding along with me now. If this is your first ride, yeah, I'm gonna ride in the snow. Let's see what this does. I'm gonna see what it feels like when I goose it. Let's see. Whoa! Yeah, that's snow. That's snow, and this is ice right here. Oh yeah. All right, I really have to go now, and you guys need to go. Go do something. Go do what your wife asked you to, or your husband, whatever that means. Thank you and goodbye. Thank you and goodbye. Thank you and goodbye. Thank you and goodbye.